So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for jumping on. Happy Monday. My name is Eric, and this is the Blank Spot Academy. Do me a favor as you chime in, type in your city and your state to let us know where you're tuning in from. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina, and we are a sublimation blanks supplier. Sublimation blank supplier. So, wanted to introduce something to you guys. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. But we do more than sell just sublimation blanks and just sublimation blanks. So the supplies part or the services part that we also offer is we offer sublimation transfers, and we also offer some DTF transfers. And in the I guess in the world of crafting, with a lot of people wanting to start their own brands, with a lot of companies, micro businesses getting started, a lot of people wanting to provide shirts, mainly shirts for their customers. More people than not are doing more shirts and more tumblers. So what we needed to do in our business is that we needed to shift. We need to shift from just offering the sublimation blanks to actually offering more of our printing services. So if you guys are new to our platform, if you're brand new to our platform and you've never heard of us, make sure you guys follow us. Also, check out our website. Our website is The Blanks Spot. That's TheBlankspot, theblanksspot.com. Make sure you subscribe to our email, because right now that's how we reach out to our new customers and also our returning customers. We reach out to you guys via email in order to make sure you know what discounts and what sales we have going on. Right now, we're offering a sale or a discount on our ready-to-ship sublimation transfers and any ready-to-ship DTF transfers that we have posted on our website. So there's no coupon needed. There's no coupon necessary. You're going to get your discount after checking out or at checkout. And we have an array of different items available for you on our website as far as the ready-to-ship sublimation transfers and DTF transfers. So now before you get started, before you start saying, hey, you know what, I got my own printer, I don't need your services, I'm good. Well, can your printer do that? Can your printer do that? That is a 44-inch wide printer, okay? That's a 44-inch wide printer. So what we bring to the table here at the Blank Spot is we offer you the ability, you have the ability to print more than 8.5 inches wide. For most people who are getting started, most micro businesses that are getting started in sublimation, they're going to go out and get a smaller format printer. It's going to be a printer that can be converted from a regular printer to a sublimation printer. And most micro businesses are getting started and they're saying, hey, you know what? I have this small format printer. I can print. I'm good to go. Well, you're good to go until you're not good to go. So there's nothing wrong with having your own printer. Grand Rising Carnella, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you. There's nothing wrong with having your own printer. As a matter of fact, it can be quite a convenience to you having your own printer, especially if you have smaller jobs, especially if you have something that you want to do locally, that you don't have the time to wait on an outsourced company to do that. But for those of you who are looking to get into larger prints, maybe you have a customer that wants to have you do a blanket. Maybe you have a customer that wants to have you do a 15 by 15 pillowcase. That's an all-over pillowcase. You may have a customer that wants you to do a stocking, a Christmas stocking, or a Santa sack. You may have a customer that wants you to do an all-over or 3D design shirt. Do you have the ability to do that with a small format printer? You absolutely do. You can actually piece those pieces of paper together. You can set up yourself in your software, your program, your printing software, or your design software, and you can take a class on how to actually piece those pieces of paper together. You can take a class on it. You can actually perfect it, get better at it, all that great stuff. Or the other option is you can actually reach out to the Blank Spot. You can reach out to the Blank Spot and you can request that we print that large print or that large design for you. We have the ability to print 44 inches wide. That being said, we have gang sheets on our website. Once again, the website is theblankspot.com. We have gang sheets on our website. We have all over or 3D on our website as well. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina. Columbia, South Carolina. That's where we're at. Okay. And thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Do me a favor. Go ahead and drop your city and state, and also share this video and like our platform. So we have the ability to print 44 inches wide. Why do I keep saying that? Because it's important. A lot of people, as a matter of fact, too many people are turning down jobs because they can't do them from home. And it's a mindset shift that you have to think about when you go out and you're doing these jobs. You got to think about, who can I outsource to? Okay. Who can I outsource to? Who has the printing capability that is either in my town or who's near me, and who's going to ship? Who has the ability to ship? Hooch, Georgia. Okay, that's what's up, Demetrius. Thanks for jumping on. Mama Still, how you doing? So who has that ability to print for me and stand in the gap on my behalf? Well, the Blank Spot does. We have the boxing, we have the packaging, all that stuff to be able to deliver. We're printing on a sublimation printer, which is going to make a huge difference between your prints and your substrates when you actually print. If you may be looking to do a sublimation tablecloth or a banner or some type of backdrop, you may want to do a step and repeat, right? You have the ability to do that. If you get a what is it, like a nylon, baby, or even polyester, right?
Yeah.
If you get a polyester sheet or you get a nylon sheet, you can still take that same print or that same press, and you can press in sections and create a step and repeat. You limit yourself without having the ability to outsource the larger jobs. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about it as you go forward and look for companies like ours to outsource and connect with. Mom Still said, hey, D.
Hey.
So here's what we're doing. We're talking about what we have going on right now. We are shifting. We're not going away from selling sublimation blanks. However, the thing that we're shifting to is offering you our services in a more I want to say in a way that you can understand a little bit better. Everybody won't have the ability to press on a large heat press. However, if you decide that you want to do an all-over project, maybe for your family, maybe for a friend, or maybe for a coworker, or maybe for a customer, and you have a press that is maybe a 16 by 24 or even a 15 by 15, if you have the right setup, you can still press that. You just have to know how to press it. So with these, and back to the transfers, with these sublimation transfers and these DTF transfers that are ready to ship, what I want you guys to do is I want you to go to our website. Our website is theblankspot.com. If you're currently on YouTube or seeing this on our Facebook, the link is actually in the write-up in the description, and you can actually see this for yourself. Okay, you can see this for yourself, and you can go and see what's going on. Right now, we have our pink ribbon collection, which is representing breast cancer awareness. We have fall designs. We're transitioning into the fall. Matter of fact, fall is just about here. If it's not supposed to be here, I think it's almost here. We have designs that are dealing with ethnic designs. We have 3D designs. Then when you start looking at our transfers, as far as your shirts, as far as your apparel, we have transfers that can be pressed and printed and pressed in a larger format. So what we're offering is 12-inch and more transfers. If you have a small format printer, meaning if you have an Eco Tank, 2000 series, 3000 series, 4000 series, or 5000 series, and the widest that you can print is 8.5 inches, then you can't really print 8.5 inches. You really can't print 8.5 inches because you still have to consider the margins for the sides. So your 8.5 inches just probably went to about 8.25, maybe 8 inches, and you just minimize even more space. Even if you orientate that paper to a landscape setting, you still only have about this much to print. So your print is still going to be narrow. Absolutely, you gotta account for the margins. So what we provide here is the Blank Spot is an opportunity to print larger than 8.5 inches. We provide the ability to print DTF transfers. If you want to do your DTF transfers, we can also do that as well. Okay, you may have an image that you want to get printed in a DTF transfer, but you don't have the ability, or you don't know who you can trust. Build a relationship with the blank spot. Consider doing that. This shirt was done last night. Okay, we did this shirt last night. So just so you guys understand, and I don't want to confuse you, we don't do finished products here at the blank spot, not on this platform, but we do offer finished products on the other side of our business, which is TBS Customs. It's a totally different website, but we actually printed this, and it came out pretty well. We printed this, printed it and pressed it in our store. We printed and pressed this in our store. This is considered to be a 3D shirt. Okay, this is a 3D design. We did the whole shirt. This is 100% polyester, and I was showing off a little bit, so I did the back side as well. So you got the front and the back. And if you want to do that, hey, Simple but Fancy, thanks for jumping on, Grand Rising. If you want to do that, even if you don't have the ability to have a big press, you can still do that at your house if you have the right setup, okay? But you got to have the print. You eliminate some of the issues. Some of the issues that people have when trying to do a 3D shirt or 3D design or a blanket or something larger than their actual press. Because most people have, let's be honest, most people have the 15 by 15 presses, okay? That's what we get started with. Most people get started with those small presses. What happens is when you have that small of a press and you also find yourself piecing paper together, okay? When you find yourself using that grid and piecing paper together, you cause a problem. And one of the problems that you cause is now you have a division. You have a line in your design as you press it. Not understanding how to overlap, not understanding how to, properly press it. So with a full print, you just alleviated that issue, okay? Also, let me see. Good job printing. Appreciate it, Mama Still. So you also have the ability to get these transfers right now. Once again, we're offering our transfers up to you 15% off. Okay, 15% off. This is not on TikTok Shop. Okay, this has nothing to do with TikTok Shop. So if you watch it from TikTok and you go and you say, hey, I tried to get an additional discount, you're not going to be able to get it. You got to go to our website. We started off with the website. We're going to finish with the website. We were in business long before that, and we're going to be in business long after that. So we already have a website. We've had the website for the longest. It is theblankspot.com. You can go to our website. If you're on your mobile device, you're going to click the menu, and it's going to hit a drop down. Once you hit the drop down, you'll be able to pick the transfer and printing services. Okay. Once you select the transfer and printing services, you can look at the ready to ship. Everything that is ready to ship, whether it's DTF transfers or whether it is sublimation transfers, you can get today until the 30th of September for 15% off. That's why I'm here, to introduce myself to you guys, to let you know the services that we provide, and to give you an opportunity to shop with us here at the Blank Spot. And I got something else I want to share with you, okay? Now, for those of you who do enjoy using your own printer, we also have our own paper, okay? For those of you who enjoy using your own printer from home, we have our own sublimation paper, the Blank Spot sublimation paper. My wife did about a year and a half research on this paper, and before we actually took it to be selling, we had about a year and a half research on this paper. This paper has some amazing ink release. It is better by far than the number one selling paper in America, okay, or North America. But what you get with this paper is you get 100%. You get 100 sheets of the full pack, and you also, if you're small format printing, if you're printing small format, you got 8.5 by 11, and we have 8.5 by 14. If you have a larger format printer, or you're able to print 11 by 17 or 13 by 19, we have that available to you as well. The reason why we're shifting and focusing more on these services is because of the shift in the economy, and also the shift in the marketplace. Imagine this. Imagine being new to crafting. Imagine being new to crafting, and now what happens is you don't know where to get your supplies from. So we definitely attract a lot of new people. We attract a lot of new people. We attract a lot of new people, and we attract a lot of people who have questions. Well, the problem with a lot of the larger companies is that they'll take your business, they'll take your money, but they won't answer questions. When you connect with us, you give yourself the ability to now have an ear to talk about things and ask questions about our products, okay? Now, we may not be in the position to answer your questions about other people's products. And that's just kind of makes sense. We stay away from giving recommendations and suggestions for other people's products, because if you didn't buy them from us, we don't know the quality, okay? We don't care how highly recommended they come. We don't know what their quality is. So we can't stand behind their products, but we can stand behind ours. So do me a favor. If it's your first time on this platform, type a number 1 in the comments if it's your first time on the platform. If it's your first time here, type a number 1. And I will wait. If you've been here before, do me a favor and type a number 2. First timers, type a number 1. Got a couple number 1s. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So if you're just getting here, my name is Eric, and my wife Dee is sitting over here on the side doing some printing. We are the Blanks Spot. And the Blanks Spot is a sublimation blanks and supplier located in Columbia, South Carolina. And the thing that we're discussing today is our amazing transfers, okay? We have some amazing paper, amazing ink. We use our own ink and our own paper. And we have some transfers, and these transfers are going to be very key. They're going to be very much key to people who are just getting started in sublimation and or DTF. So if you're just getting started, you may not know where to go, okay? Felicia, you say you've been here for a while? You say it's been a while. Okay, cool beans. Well, welcome back. If you are new to sublimation, if you're new to starting your apparel company, then you can actually use us as that start, whether you have your own ideas and you want to have us to print them, or you have if you want to use some of our designs. It's up to you. You say you got your tumbler, you love it. All right, Bonnie, appreciate it. I remember. Thank you. I appreciate you. So what we're talking about is the services that we provide as the Blanks Spot. And there are a lot of companies out there that will probably do some of the same things that we do, but we want to be more user-friendly to the consumer. So as a micro business ourselves, and if you're not familiar with the term micro business, some people may call it a small business. But as a micro business ourselves, we want to be able to cater to other micro businesses and then kind of grow together. There are a lot of larger companies that will do what we do, but they're doing it on a different scale. A lot of companies out there will not take your onesies and twosies, okay? That's the other thing. They require that you order in large amounts. Of course, same thing with us. If you order more, you're going to get a lower price. However, we'll take the individuals, okay? As some people won't do that, we'll take the individual orders. And that's going to be important for you to know, okay? That's going to be important for you to know. So, being new is something different. I was going to get back to you on that. I'm going to have to inbox you, okay? I'm going to have to inbox you on that because that's going to be a special order that we don't have on our website right now, Laquan. So I didn't forget you, but that's going to be a special order because that's an oversized project. But I do definitely appreciate your interest. But and this is for people who are just getting started, guys. If you're just getting started, right? I mean, you're just getting started and you don't know what to do or what to expect from a printing company, And I'm just going to be honest with you. We didn't start off as printing, okay? We didn't start off as a printing company. We started off focusing on sublimation blanks and supplies. Although we kept the printing service, we really didn't know how to push it out. And I'm going to tell you, in the light of recent events, we've been able to gain some ground with the printing. We have tumbler wraps. We have coffee mug designs. We have t-shirt designs. We have gang sheets that we created just because of customers wanting to be able to do different things. And we want to make sure that our customers can do those things as well. So we have had to what people say pivot, right? We've had to pivot over the last couple of months because we offered the service, but we weren't really pushing the service. So with that being said, a lot of people who are new to this apparel world or this apparel industry, a lot of people who are new, they're coming to us now. And the great thing about it is, and I'm going to flip this screen so you guys can see. No, there's not too much traffic over there. I'm going to flip the screen so you guys can see what Dee's doing right now. You don't have to turn around, babe. So Dee's sitting in front of her workstation right now. We have actually 2 sublimation printers. Both of them are both 44 inches wide. She's in front of a workstation right now, and she's printing some items for us for an event that's taking place this Saturday. The whole reason I'm showing you guys this is because there are a lot of people who are going to want to get a design printed on this size, okay? You're going to want to get a design printed on this size. And you're not going to either know who to go to, or you're not going to know exactly what to do. So we're in the works of trying to assist our customers so we can do business. Because there's a lot of people who don't know. I'm just being honest. There's a lot of people who don't know how to size correct so they can actually order. There's a lot of people who don't know how to size correct so they can actually order. So during this time frame, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting together some more options for you guys to shop with us, so you can actually be able to order your 3D designs. We also are going to be already offering some drop shipping through our TBS Customs site. So if you guys are if you're so inclined to find out what we're doing on the TBS Customs side, still the blank spot, but it's a custom website. We also have a TikTok shop out there, the TikTok platform, but that's where we do all our custom sides. We had to separate things. You may have a customer that wants an all-over design. You may have a customer that wants some graduation shirts or some memorial shirts. You may have a customer that wants to have that service done and provided, but you can't do it or you don't feel comfortable doing it. We're now offering drop shipping. We're now offering drop shipping, and that's going to be major. That's going to be major because now you don't have to worry about leaving any money on the table. You don't have to worry about leaving any money on the table. So here's the link to that. Give me a second. If you want to go and check that out, it's going to be TBS Customs .shop. TBS Customs .shop. That is our custom side. And if you guys are looking for drop shipping, whether it's tumblers, whether it's t-shirts, whether it's banners, tablecloths, what's on the site is what's on the site. So if you're looking for anything special outside of that, then I recommend that you reach out to us, okay? And we have our email and our phone numbers on there as well. The biggest thing is we did not want to turn into a printing company. We fought it. We fought it tooth and nail, turning into a printing company. And the one thing that I know, excuse me, 3D Customs, I didn't mean to give you an invite. I apologize, okay? Didn't mean to give you an invite. I apologize. What we figured out is that we had to pivot. And in the middle of the pivot, what we have been doing is we figured out that there are more things that customers want, not just need, but it's more things that customers want. than they can actually do themselves. So we deal directly with business to business, and we also have some individual customers as well. Once again, if you guys are just jumping on, my name is Eric, coming in from Columbia, South Carolina, and this is the blank spot. We are a sublimation blanks and supplier. We are talking about our ready to ship transfers right now. We have a special deal on our ready to ship transfer items. We have sublimation and some DTF transfers that are ready to ship. The special deal right now is 15% off, okay? Until the end of the month. 15% off to the end of the month. Just order from the site, the Prime team. Okay, look at you. Look at you. Appreciate you. So somebody already took advantage of something, okay? Somebody already took advantage of something. You're from Lexington. Hey, Tempest, thanks for jumping on. We're right here in Columbia, South Carolina. We're on the north side. Across from the DMV, okay, right off of O'Neill Court. So if you guys, some of you guys still local, you've never heard of us. And it's not for us not advertising. It's just because sometimes you look for a company or you look for a service or a product once and you don't look for it again. Or sometimes our jobs kind of consume us, right? Sometimes our jobs kind of consume us. Or just maybe, we're not as serious at what we're doing and we're kind of hanging out and there's no need to look for our services. But if you are looking for someone who provides both sublimation blanks and supplies and also who offers printing services, DTF transfers, heat transfer vinyl, then you are in the right place. You're in the right place. Did you unlock the door? Mr. Root is out there. Oh. You're in the right place. So, let me see. You can definitely order online and pick up in store. We have a service that you can order online and pick up in store, and we don't even charge you for that. Hey, Mr. Root, how you doing? Oh, like so shiny over there. Yeah, we're doing a little live with our customers today. All right, Mr. Rudy, take care. Be safe out there. So yes, you can order online and pick up in store. A lot of customers have that service. They have that option. Just check out our hours of operation so you can be aware of what's going on. But we do have a service where you can pick up online and you can order online and pick up in store. Even if you cannot make it. And we need to ship it, we can ship it straight to your door, okay? Ship it straight to your door. We have fast processing time, which most times leads to fast shipping, okay? But right now we're advertising our ready to ship transfers. And I'm gonna give you a small sneak peek because I know I don't have it pinned on here, I don't have it tagged on here, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of some of the things that we have, okay? These are tumbler wraps. And these are our fall collection, okay? These are tumbler wraps. The artist is AI, okay? The artist is AI. And you can purchase these in sets of 2s. You can purchase these in sets of 5, or you can purchase these in bundles. Now, the sets of 2s and the sets of 5 have to be the same ones, but you can purchase them in a bundle and get all of the designs, okay? These are tumbler wraps. If you have your own design, we do custom. Okay, we do custom. The great thing about us is that we do everything we can to help out our customers. These are designs. The name of these, we name these Ebony Sisters. Okay, Ebony Sisters. So these are another set of AI designs, very vibrant. And the great thing about it is we've used our own paper and we use our own ink, which is very vibrant. And if anybody's on here who has used our ink or our paper, they can attest to the vibrancy of our ink and our paper. These are sublimation tumbler wraps. The measurements are 9.3 by 8.2. 9.3 by 8.2. Those are just some of the things that we have on here. Of course, we have the pink ribbon collections on there. And we also have some gang sheets. Young lady just said she just ordered the Prime gang sheet, which is Coach Prime. Deion Sanders, we got that on there. But we have some other gang sheets for apparel They're coming in 12-inch transfers. And like I said before, guys, when we got on here earlier, a lot of people don't have the ability. A lot of people don't have the ability to print 12 inches. Just keeping it real. A lot of people can't print 12 inches. They have smaller format printers. A smaller format printer is going to only allow you to print 8.5 inches, 8 inches wide. What we do is we give you the ability to either choose our print or you can order a custom transfer. Now we have gang sheets on there as well. We have sublimation gang sheets available as well. Our sublimation gang sheets come in 2 different sizes. One is a 24-inch gang sheet. One is a 24-inch gang sheet, and the other is a 24 by 24, and the other one is a 44 by 40-inch gang sheet. 44 by 40-inch gang sheet. That is not the same as the all-over design. So, on your gang sheets, let me ask you guys a question. Do me a favor. Type a number 3. Type a number 3 in the comments if you don't understand. Type a number 3 if you don't understand what a gang sheet is. Type a number 3 if you don't understand what a gang sheet is. Because if you understand, there's no sense in explaining, right? If you do not understand, it's okay if you don't. Number 3, okay. So a gang sheet gives you the ability to put as many prints on that design as you possibly can. That means that if you have 24 inches to work with, you may have a customer that has 3-inch pocket logos. That means you can put as many of those 3-inch pocket logos on that gang sheet for one price. So I believe our 24 by 24-inch gang sheet is going about what is it? $12.99? $12.99.
Yeah.
For a 24 by 24. So imagine you as a person that's new to business having a customer that wants 50 shirts and they just want pocket logos. And you're just doing sublimation, doing pocket logos. And you're going to charge them, I don't know, $20 per shirt. You're only going to pay $13 for all of those prints on that one gang sheet. That's what the purpose of the gang sheet is. In the same sense, you may have somebody who has, like, see the word that says Crenshaw? Imagine how many times you can put Crenshaw on a gang sheet. That's just the 24 by 24. The 44 by 40 gang sheet is running you, I want to say $16.99. $16.99. So you can do the same thing with that. It's probably better for larger images, all right? And then, of course, we have our service where we provide you the opportunity to print a 3D design. If you don't know what a 3D design is, this is a 3D shirt. We have the ability to print your 3D design, okay? The largest that we've printed was 5X. That is going on a sublimation shirt. That's going on a sublimation shirt. That's the largest we printed. Let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all have done 3D shirts before? Drop a number 4 if you've done a 3D shirt. Drop a number 4 if you've done an all-over shirt before. Or better yet, drop a number 4 if you have not. If you've never done an all-over shirt, drop a number 4. If you have not done it, drop a number 4. No, we didn't create this design. We actually purchased it. You've assisted? Yes, you have. If you've never done an all-over design for a shirt before, drop a number 4. There's a reason why I'm asking you guys this. Most crafters and micro businesses either don't have the ability to print that full sheet, they don't have the ability to press that full sheet, and because they don't, they're intimidated. So when their customers ask, they don't do it. So Dolores, you said you've done it with a 15 by 15 press. Now let me ask you a question. When you did it with the 15 by 15 press, and thank you for the interaction. When you did it with the 15 by 15 press, did you have a full print, or did you piece your print together? Did you have a full print, or did you piece it together? You pieced it together. Now, I want you to think about this, Dolores. You're already in the game because you've experienced doing a 3D shirt before. So now imagine being able to do that 3D shirt again, but having one full print. Imagine being able to do that 3D shirt again. Instead of piecing it together, you got one full print with a smooth transition. No lines, right? There's no lines. No lines detected here, right? So now it gives you a better opportunity to print a better quality product, okay? Yes, it is. It's on the site. So that print is not on the site for sale. But what I want you to do, and the reason why I shared this with you, and this is what Dee and I talked about this morning, okay? You may be well versed, Dolores, on measuring, all that good stuff. But as you already know, you probably can attest to this, every shirt is different. So before we offer pre-designated or pre-designed 3D transfers, we have to make sure that we know that the customer knows what they know how to press, how to measure the shirts, because shirts are different. Gildan shirts are different from jersey shirts. Jersey shirts are different from the shirts that we use from our vendor. So it makes a difference. The A4 shirts are different from the C2 performance shirts. Just ordered some sublimation paper Friday. Can't wait. First of all, thank you for your order. I appreciate it, and we can't wait either. We can't wait to get the testimony from the paper. So before we can do that, Dolores. So for you, Dolores, if you see something that you want, or you can reach out to us. You can reach out to us directly via email, or you can give us a call. And if you see something you want and you want to order that transfer, we'll probably sell that transfer for the same, not probably, we'll sell that transfer for the same price as we sell it for the all over design. Okay? So we'll sell that transfer. We're going to be selling these transfers for the same thing as the all over design, which is $16.99. Okay? Yes, I had so much mess up. Yeah. So and it's easier with the all over, with one print. It's easier with one print. So we're getting that together, guys. There's a lot of things that we're going to be doing here in the very near future. But I just want to remind you guys, if you're just jumping on, we have a sale. We have a sale. As a matter of fact, just so you guys know, we have a website. Our website is theblankspot.com. That's TheBlanksspot.com. Theblankspot.com. The same thing as our name, just push it together. 2 S's, right? And what we are offering right now are our ready to ship sublimation and DTF transfers. Why are we offering that? It's 15% off. Why are we offering that? We know that there are a lot of people who are new to sublimation. We know that there are a lot of people who are new to their t-shirt and apparel business. And we know that there are a lot of people who don't know where to go to and where to shop from. Well, we want to make you our first customer as far as the transition that we are making. And we also want you to become a returning customer. For some people look for discounts and deals. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, just like you, we are a micro business. That means that we are a smaller company, okay? We are a smaller company. However, as a micro business, it is going to be important that we connect with each other, because there's going to be a lot of larger companies that are going to require that you make a lot of purchases before they actually deal with you. And we have run into some of those companies ourselves in attempts to grow our business. So we provide a specific type of service. And, for micro businesses, we understand just getting started. So if you're the ones that's just getting started, it's going to be important to you to know that. Once again, if you're doing, for example, that all over design, it's going to be important to understand how to properly measure that shirt. It would be irresponsible of us to just throw that design. It would be irresponsible for us just to throw a design on our website for you guys to purchase and then not know which shirt you're using. That's going to be one of the biggest deals and one of the biggest issues when doing this. So we got to prepare for that as well. Okay? Got to prepare for that as well. But if anybody's interested, once again, we have a 15% sale, 15% off of all of our ready-to-ship items. Now, if you don't want the ready-to-ship and you want the custom item, definitely check out our site, because you can actually order custom items as well. You can order custom items as well. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Because I've been talking a lot. TikTok Shop has made me talk a lot, because you got to keep on talking with them. Anybody got any questions about our products or services? Any questions so far? Who is new? Who is new to the apparel business? If you're new to the apparel business, type a number 5 in the comments. That's you too, YouTube and Facebook. If you are new to the apparel business, type a number 5. Hey, what's up? If you are new to the apparel business, type a number 5. Got a couple of number 5s out there. Appreciate y'all's honesty. I'm not targeting y'all, but I want to speak to y'all specifically. Okay, so a couple number 5s. What size heat press to start off with? Well, I will tell you, it's going to depend on your budget. A lot of people will come right out and give you a size, but it's definitely going to depend on your budget, because you can grow into a heat press. Okay. How long can you keep the paper? There's no time limit on keeping the paper. You want to keep your paper in a cool, controlled environment. Just like anything, paper has chemicals in it, and this particular paper has different chemicals in it, and it can dry rot. So if it's overheated, as long as you keep it in a cool, controlled environment, you should be okay with your paper. Yeah, a lot of people will tell you right off the bat, Sassy Sasha, what size press to get. But I'm going to tell you, it's about your budget. So before you even get started, before you really get started, you got to see what your budget's going to be like. Okay? You don't want to work on a budget. You want to work within your budget. So if you have the budget to purchase a 16 by 24, then I would recommend that be your first one. Okay? Also, if you have the budget to purchase a 16 by 24 that either swivels and pulls out, it's going to be great as well. But if that's not in your budget, you can simply go and get you a 15 by 15 and get started, and you can transition from there. Hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But knowing your budget is going to be important. Also, and being honest with you, knowing how serious you are, because you go out there and buy all these expensive items, and then you decide that you don't want it. Now you're back in the same place trying to sell it to somebody because it didn't work out for you. So even purchasing used equipment is not a bad thing. You know, some people are not going to tell you that, but that's just my opinion. Since you asked, that's what I got for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Any other questions or comments? So make sure you check out our website, guys. We've had a website well before we got on TikTok. We had a website well before we got on TikTok Shop. We had a website before we got on social media at all. That was the first move to get a website. And you're going to find so many different deals and so many different items on the website that you won't find on the TikTok. I was anxious and bought a 12 by 10. I'm making it work. Sold 50 shirts this weekend. Okay. So where you located, Sassy Sauce? And congratulations. Where you located? Have 15 by 15. I don't really do images over 15 inches, but I would love a bigger heat press. Sure, it's a want, not a need. Well, you know, it goes back to investing in your business as well. So you're absolutely right. But now what happens is as you grow, you can grow into different, you know, different equipment. So that's definitely a good thing. So you're in Philadelphia. So what I want you to think about is this. That 12 by 10, that 12 by 10 is going to cost you, it's going to cost you some time. It's going to cost you some time. So if it's in your budget, and I don't know what your numbers look like, but if it's in your budget, it may be beneficial for you to um, go ahead and invest. Take some of the money that you make back into your business, put that money back into your business, and maybe you'll be able to let your business buy, you know, buy the heat press. If you price those 50 shirts right, if you price those you did okay, that's what's up. Because if you pricing those items correctly, that business is gonna pay for it. But I'm gonna tell you, even with a 15 by 15, you can work some magic. I've seen a lot of people doing it. Um, we've done a lot of work on the 15 by 15 press. These items right here, we rent out so people can come in and they can rent our pressing services. How do you order shirts in bulk? You got to find a vendor, and if you're talking about from us, you got to contact us. Okay, if you're talking about from us directly, you want to contact us directly. You can find our go to our link tree up there, and you'll see our email address, and you can actually email us. But you got to find a vendor though. Finding a vendor and getting samples is going to be probably the best bet. Buying from the first person that you get to include us, buying from the first person that you come in contact with to include us is not a good business purchase. I mean, we're not going to do anything wrong, but you don't know us from Adam. So you want to shop around. Yeah, I seen some smaller presses do some work too. It's more work though. It really is more work. Um, buying in bulk, buying in bulk is because we offer drop shipping service as well now. Buying in bulk is not something that everybody is messing up. Like it's printing over the same thing. Oh. Buying in bulk is not something that everybody's ready to do. So sometimes you got to work up to it. Would you mind telling me a good brand? What type of shirts are you talking about? Because I mean, if I tell you, I can tell you a good brand. I can tell you a brand, but it may not be the brand that you want to use. You got different brands out there. You got Jersey, you got Gildan, you got Hanes, you got uh, Ideal, you got Next Level. It depends on what type of. It depends on what type of. It depends on what type of brand that you want to personify in your apparel. Okay. Um, the brand that we use, you may not want to use. You may not think it's good quality. The things that we try to stay away from are the brands that we try to stay away from because we know that it's a cheaper made quality of shirt. The brand of heat press, don't look at brands when you go to heat presses. I would, you know, I wouldn't look at brands when you go to heat press. I would look at reviews. I would definitely look at reviews. Um, because all of the heat presses are coming from the same place. So you understand, right? To give you just a little insight, your heat press is going to work up here. There's like a heating element in there. And the inside, there's a heating element. You can get the best brand heat press, and that element can go out. So now that's what I was going to avoid, and I'm avoiding that. I'm not calling names because I'm not getting paid for it, but that's still an opinion that Hottronics is the best heat press out there right now. That's just an opinion because we don't have a Hottronics and we pressing great. As a matter of fact, to be exact, I don't even know what the brand of heat press this is. This heat press is about 8 years old. We got 2 of them just like it, and we put some miles on it. I know it's not a Hydronics though. Just saying. So that can be we can argue that point. It's just like saying that Cadillac is the best. You know what I'm saying? But and then, yeah, I got you. But here's the thing, right? Where these guys getting their presses from? They're getting them from the same place. This is a knockoff. This is a knockoff Hydronics. We've had this for a little over a year, no issues. So I mean, it's kind of like when people say, "Okay, I'm gonna run y'all one, right? I'm gonna run y'all one." For everybody who does sublimation, I'm gonna use this as an example. I'm gonna run you one. Who all by show of hands type of number 6? Type of number 6 in the comments if you do sublimation. Type of number 6. I'm gonna wait. I want to make a point here. Type of number 6 in the comments if you do sublimation. I should have a couple of number 6s, right? All right. So now, next thing I want you to do is I want you to type the paper that you use. What brand paper do you use? I'm about to make a point. What brand paper are you using right now? If you don't mind sharing. And this is not a knock on anybody or anybody's brand, but what brand paper are you currently using right now? Hey, how's it going?
Welcome in.
Yeah. How you doing, sir? Better than the base, man. I tell you this. You grab some water on the way out too, man. It's a refrigerator up there. Okay, so I got a couple of names on here. Easy Sub, BG. So you never did. A Sub, Epson or Crafton Besses, A Sub, HT Runt, Hippo. I use different. A Sub. Somebody's using copy paper. I hope you're not selling any products to anybody. Okay, so now this is our paper. This is not A Sub. This is not BG. This is not HP Runt. This is not Easy. This is not Epson. This is our paper. Our paper. My wife actually worked with the vendor. This is not Hippo. My wife actually worked with the vendor for 18 months to get this paper just like she wanted it. To have the best transfer, to have the best quality. Now, some of those papers I never used. Matter of fact, the only paper that I used outside of our paper was BG and A Sub. Okay. Our product is the newest product. This has been around for about a little over 2.5 years. About a little over 2.5 years. We don't have the following that a lot of these other paper companies a lot of these companies that you guys named, but we've been around for a while. Our storefront has been open since May of 2021, and we had paper right around that time. Before that, my wife was prepping for our store and didn't even know it. The point that I want to make is that I've tried 2 of the papers that you said on here. You said BG and you said A Sub. And I'm very confident, without a doubt, that our paper will exceed a lot of the papers that you said, probably all of the papers that you said. Okay? Probably all the papers that you said, especially the 2 that we use. Now, I'm not knocking BG and I'm not knocking A Sub. What I'm saying is there's been problems with those papers. And when I look at those papers and use those papers, what I'm saying is that we've done a test. We've done a test on those papers. Now, between our paper and BG paper, we have similar ink release. But between our paper and A-Sub paper, the ink release doesn't stand up. And you should have a paper that has a great ink release. Okay? Should have a paper that has a great ink release. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you try different papers, and you want to check out the ink release. You want to check out the temperature that you can press at. You want to check out the time, all that stuff, right? You want to check out to see if you need butcher paper. You want to check all those things out. I'm not saying that those papers that you named are bad, and I'm not saying that ours are better than their paper. I just stand behind our paper because that's what we use and we tried other papers. Now, to say that our paper is the best is my opinion. And I said that because of the comment about the heat press, right? Just think about it. You got to test stuff out. You want to have the best. And you don't know if you have the best if all you're using is one. So if you're using all these different papers, there's a reason why people use different papers. It could be because of the weight. It could be because of the GSM. Because certain substrates need a lighter paper. For us, we don't have to have an ink profile. Our paper is not married to any ink. Like a lot of papers that are out there, some of the ones that you call, so you don't have to worry about that. Something else I was going to say. Oh, does your paper come on a roll? I'm looking at 8.5 inch roll. I'm looking at a 13-inch roll. So short answer, yes. If you go to our website, theblankspot.com, if you go to our website, you can actually check and see. If it's not available, I can actually bring it on there, but it just depends. All right. But yes, it does. They should say text print. So for the person that said that they were using custom designs, hey, I accept the challenge. I accept the challenge. I don't know, what paper you're using, and I don't know what you do. I'm not even sure, if you're new to the platform, I'll take that challenge though. No, it's not high gloss paper, but it's a high transfer rate. Yeah, there's no high gloss sublimation paper. You may be talking about some other type of transfer paper. What you looking for, man? There's a lot to say about being in business, and the one thing, and I want to go back to the topic, the one thing that we do is we pride ourselves in the products that we sell. We would not be selling sublimation transfers if we did not think that we had a great quality sublimation paper. We wouldn't be. We wouldn't be selling transfers if we didn't think that we didn't have a great ink. We have our own ink as well. We wouldn't be selling transfers because what happens is that's putting our name out there. So it's really easy for somebody to say that something is the best if they haven't tried the rest. Some people are purchasing papers based off of their budget. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. When our customers, our brand new customers, when they purchase from us, they get a sample copy of our paper. They're going to get 2 sheets of our paper. Will I ever carry the AR? What's the AR? CR. What's CR, Mama Still? So there's lots of different conversations we can have about that. But the one thing you have to remember is you got to ask yourself, do you want the best paper? Do you want the best product? Do you want the best quality product? That's the one thing you got to ask yourself. That's the one thing you got to ask yourself. Do you want the best quality product for your customers? Not for you, it's for your customers.
Good afternoon, Eric.
Hey, Mama Still, what's going on?
Question here.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a Sawgrass printer, as you know. But when I was trying to type, I have a Samsung, and I hate this phone. Anyway, what I wanted to know is, will you ever carry or partner with Sawgrass to where your ink can be put in the cartridges that we need for these printers?
I can't say no, but there's not a huge demand for sawgrass printers, or sawgrass ink, excuse me, if that makes sense. And the reason why there's no huge demand for sawgrass ink is because of the cost. It's not cost effective for people who are new to this industry. So a lot of people are going to bypass a sublimation printer, a sawgrass sublimation printer, because of the ink and the price and the cost of the ink. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we have maybe five, I can count five, maybe six customers that we have that have a sawgrass printer. And what I would tell you is this: our ink will work with a sawgrass printer. However, I don't recommend you using our ink for a sawgrass printer because you may have a warranty or an extended warranty. If you're using something outside of sawgrass, then that violates the warranty. That, you know what I'm saying, that cancels the warranty, because there are refillable cartridges for the sawgrass. Does that make sense?
Do you have those cartridges?
You have to order them. You have to find them on social media. You got to order them. So you using our ink is still going to be all on the customer. So when people come in and say, hey, our ink is not formulated for sawgrass printers, our ink is formulated for Epson printers. But we have some customers that come in and purchase our ink. Just recently, last week, we had a customer that put our ink in their sawgrass printer. They're not having any issues, but that's not to say that something like that may not happen.
Well, my printer is probably way out of warranty because I bought it, wasn't aware that if you don't use it constantly, it runs the ink. So when I got ready to use it, I didn't have any ink because it runs the ink as if you're printing, even if you're not, because it has to stay on.
Yes, it's basically cleaning itself. It's doing the maintenance, self-maintenance, right? It's doing self-maintenance.
Yes.
So the ink
doing
that's
self-maintenance, it's running out that expensive ink.
And the ink is going to the maintenance box, the disposal box.
Yep.
Yeah, I understand. So I mean, here's the thing. You have options. There was a young lady that came in and she had ordered. I'm done all, but there's a young lady that came in and she had ordered a sawgrass printer, and she did not do her homework. This is not you, Mama. Still, I'm just saying in general for everybody. She didn't do her homework, and after she after she purchased it, she realized that she was paying $3 something for a set of ink, and she wasn't doing a lot of business. Well, the problem with that is a lot of people, there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with a sawgrass printer. It's a sublimation printer. But if your equipment is not paying for itself, then it's going to be harder to maintain that equipment, because mentally we're stuck between the price that we're paying to keep it running and if we're getting enough business to keep it running. So don't get married. Don't marry a piece of equipment that's not making you money, if that makes sense. The money that it costs you, and how often are you filling up your ink, replacing your ink?
I've only replaced the ink twice.
Okay, so that means you're not printing that much, right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't print at all because I don't have any ink.
So, but what I want you to think about this in this scenario. Let's say that you had constant sublimation business, and let's say that you were printing every day on your sawgrass printer. All right? And let's say that you had to replace your ink once a month. Okay? I'm just going to leave it at 300. I know it's like 380, right? So let's say 400. That's $400 a month. Now I want y'all to do the math. I want y'all to hear me. $400 a month times 12. Are y'all with me? I'm going to round that up from 48 to 5,000. That's $5,000 of ink maintenance. Now you got to pay for the paper as well. So let's say you're spending another, I don't know, $60 a month on paper. 6 times 12, that's $720. Plus the 40, plus the 5, that's $5,700. Might as well say $6,000 a year on printer maintenance. I just want y'all to think about this. this is why it's important. And I didn't want to slide over to this. I didn't want to slide over to this lane, but this is why it's important to do the numbers and know your numbers. How many people just starting off, and this is just being honest, how many people just starting off in their apparel business, whether they're doing t-shirts of different diaper transfers or whether they're doing sublimation specifically with all the different sublimation items, how many people you know are making $6,000 a year when they just get started?
They're not.
And that is because that's why a lot of people are quitting before they get started. Because now here comes the deal of, I bought this printer based off of what somebody said, not because of what I understood. Then now I've had to maintain this printer, and I feel like I'm married to the equipment. This equipment, it could be brand new, but it's costing me money like a lemon. Every time I go outside to start up my used car, I got to go pay for another part to put on it instead of me going to get another vehicle. It's going to cost you less money per year in maintenance. And that's just covering, yeah, that's no profit. It's going to cost you more money a year in maintenance on that printer, keeping it going, being able to print, than it will if you were to invest in a printer, another sublimation printer that's going to have lower ink cost and maintenance costs. But some people just can't seem to separate from the decision that they made. So now
I can separate from it. Trust. I can, because I'm getting ready to sell it to somebody.
But you understand. But as far as you're concerned, we're there. You understand. But for the new person, they're gonna say, "Well, I already got a printer. I can't afford another printer. I'm not gonna buy another printer." And they keep putting that money into that limit and gas, right? So now, that's why the blank spot is here.
I know.
You're not gonna pay. You're not gonna buy $6,000 in sublimation transfers, not from us, unless you're doing business. So you just saved money by purchasing sublimation transfers from the blank spot.
Yep.
It may make people feel like, hey, you know what? I'm in control of my own business because I have my own printer and I can print when I want to print. But it's costing a lot of people more money to maintain than it is to make money.
Yep.
And that's why our service is here. That's why we're providing this service. Let me see, man. That's why we're providing this service. And this is why it's okay. Now, that's why we're providing this service, though. And that's why we're boosting up this service that we've had for years. This is a service that's been around for years. We started this printing service when we had 13 by 19 printing capabilities. And the biggest thing is most people, the mindset, the stubbornness, that I want to do it my way thinking is saying, hey, I don't need you. I can print myself. But then we're getting business 2 times because they cannot print. Most of them, mama, still, they cannot print over 8 inches, right?
Right.
And they need ink and paper. So guess what they're doing? Yeah. We sell paper and we sell ink. So we're getting the ink out of you. We're getting the paper out of you. And when you can't print more than, if you need to print more than 8.5 inches, we're going to get that too. But now you got to think that you're winning. You got to feel like the decision that you made was a good decision. I'm not here to bust anybody out. But when you start thinking about the numbers and what you got going on, is what we're doing making sense? And this falls down to
my decision was based on someone at work that had a sawgrass that was giving me all the ins and outs of the printer, but what she forgot to tell me was the cost of the ink, because I was thinking it was just going to be, maybe $100 or something like that, and I didn't. And at the time, she had the 500, the 1,000 had just come out.
Yeah.
And then after I got it, put the ink in it and all that stuff, I was watching the videos. I was like, saying, what?
Yeah,
it's got to stay on because it gets constant updates. Well, mine isn't updated because without ink, it can't get the updates.
Well, and the reason why they're telling you to leave it on is that's one of the added extras to Sawgrass. Here's another thing. I'm not a printer guru. I was an IT guy in the military. I did computers, I did some printers, I did phones. I know enough about printers to get around, and I've learned more since we started this venture. But what I will tell you is this: most people are lazy. Most people have jobs. Most people have families. So when they're talking about doing this, they're talking about doing this on the side. So many people, many personalities are not going to give everything they have to a business. So they're not learning how to maintain a printer. So when Sawgrass tells you that, hey, it's self-maintenance, keep it on, they're going to go for it. When they tell you that, hey, it's going to maintain itself, it's going to run maintenance checks on itself so you don't get any clogs, oh, that's a selling point. Instead of somebody saying, hey, you know what? You're going to have to run your printer. You're going to have to learn how to run your printer. You're going to have to learn how to maintain your printer. You're still going to have to learn how to work the printer. Most people are going to buy into that one little thing because I'm at work for 8 to 12 hours a day. Because I don't have time to do this, because it is a hobby and not a business, because it is a side hustle and not a business, because I'm not really invested in what I'm doing, and I'm going to, do. So a lot of people are sold on those things. It's the same with somebody converting an EcoTank printer to a sublimation printer. An EcoTank printer is not a sublimation printer. Now, I'm not telling you that you can't use it for sublimation. I'm just saying it's not a sublimation printer.
And it takes a lot of maintenance as well. Since she hasn't had this wouldn't there be issues with the printer she's talking about? No, there's no issue with it. The only thing I have to do is put ink in it, and it will automatically start updating because it's connected to the internet. So any updates that it has missed, it's going to pull all those updates. But in pulling those updates, it's running the ink through the tubes.
And what's happening
to make
is
sure there's no clogs.
No clogs.
I ran it until it ran out of ink.
Yeah.
So.
And what's happening is that ink is going into your maintenance box. And that maintenance box is going to get full. So once that maintenance box gets full, then you're going to have to change the maintenance box. See, Sawgrass knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
It's just like any print. So the Epson does clog if you don't use it. It's just like doing a print head cleaning. It's just like doing a constant print head cleaning. You're going to run the ink out. Epson knew what they were doing. Sawgrass knew what they were doing when they did an ink profile with their ink and their paper, just as a lot of other micro businesses out there are marrying the ink with the paper. They know what they're doing. They're making you come back. So then, watch this. I just want to share this with y'all, and then I got to move on. When you come to a conversation such as this from a no-name business, a micro business, and if you're not familiar with the word micro, I'm not going to call us small, all right? We're a micro business. From a no-name business, we're not well-known. We're not well-known out in the streets like a lot of other names. And when we start talking about this, now the antennas go up. And now people start asking us the questions that they should have asked before they purchased.
Yeah.
They start asking us the questions because a lot of these companies that are even their micro businesses above us, they have grown so much that they don't have time to deal with customers. Customer relations, customers reports, customer service, they don't have time. I received that, Bonnie. I received that. But now when we start talking about these issues and concerns, now it's an issue, and it's something that should be brought to. It should have been brought to our attention. We were so excited to get started. That's why you'll see me talking about this. You don't need to have a printer to start sublimation. You don't need a printer.
No.
If it costs,
there's people out there that will print them for you.
Absolutely.
And you can order them in bulk. And DTF is the same way. They have people out there that print DTF.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, your partner does. And I order from you and him because I know your product is good. So everybody that can hear me, the blank spot, their product, they stand behind their product. If you get a print, which I know, if by chance, which this is like needle in a haystack. You get a print from him, and there's a flaw in it. Trust and believe he's gonna get another one in the mail. When you order from them, their stuff comes within 2 days. I have ordered from them twice. I have won a prize from them. I get more information from them than I have from Sawgrass. This man has a wealth, is a wealth of information. Him and his wife, Dee. I'm telling you, the information, the nuggets that this man is dropping, do you know how much you would have to pay if you went to a seminar to get the nuggets that this man is dropping? I'm telling you, if you don't follow him, you need to. They give information freely. His products are on point. I'm telling you, I have a t-shirt I have 2 t-shirts.
Yeah.
I have 2 cups. And I ordered blanks. Everything I have ordered from them, it has come it's packaged, well packaged. Because one of the things I ordered was glass.
Like this.
It was well packaged. It didn't get broke. I ordered it on Friday. On Monday, I had it in my hands. I ordered something on a Saturday. On Monday, it was in my hands. I'm telling y'all, if you are not following the Blank Spot and visiting their website, it's your loss. I'm just saying.
We appreciate that.
Loss.
We appreciate that. I'm reading these comments. Tiffany said that, hold up, said, you won't get this information? Hold up. Okay, Big R said, hey, I have a Sawgrass for sale because of the same reason. Oaks Custom says, you won't get this information from big box companies. And you know what? And I'm not trying to be funny. The reason why they're not giving the information out is it's not just because you're not asking, but it's because they're at a different level and they don't really have time. They don't have time. So smaller businesses, micro businesses are we're almost required by customers to give out information. If we were to tell you the same as a big box company that we're not sharing this information, do you realize how much garbage talking would go out talking about, gatekeeping and all types of other stuff? But when it comes to larger companies, they're not, the gatekeeping word doesn't come out. Tiffany said no one was there to hold them accountable and they got comfortable. Well, here's the accountability, Tiffany. Stop shopping with them. Here's the accountability.
They ship everywhere.
Here's the accountability. The problem is that we don't look outside of different, but you're absolutely right, Tiffany. I agree with you. We don't look outside of the big box names. We don't look outside of the big box names before we purchase, during the purchase, or after the purchase. And we don't do a lot of trying to gain the knowledge to get the information out. Okay. So now what happens is you find yourself in a position to where you're upset. So there's not a lot of accountability because we keep on shopping. They know that they're the only business in town. So when you do that, you have to make sure that you do your due diligence and you do your research. Guys, I got some customers in here that are getting ready to do some work. I don't want to hinder them or make them feel uncomfortable. So we're going to go ahead and end the call. But I'm going to end the call with, before you leave, I want to end the call with this, guys. Go to our website, please, and thank you. Theblankspot.com. That's TheBlankSpot.com. We have a sale on our sublimation transfers and our DTF transfers that are ready to ship. Ready to ship means they're already done. If you want custom work, it's available as well, but that's no sale. Okay. Check out the items that we have. Whether you can print for yourself or not, check them out. You may have a friend, you may have a customer, you never know. But we're going to be doing this on a regular basis. I'm going to be going live here without TikTok Shop, and I'm going to be going live with TikTok Shop because, of course, there's a difference, right? There's a difference when there's TikTok Shop involved. But I want to have this conversation to hopefully attract new customers and to attract people who are interested in learning more about what services we offer. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina. We sell sublimation blanks and supplies. Printing is our thing. We're going to printing now. This is one of the things that we're going to be offering here pretty soon, the all over transfers. We already offered the service for a custom, but we're going to be offering some of these. Mama Still, I appreciate you jumping on and sharing your testimony. It's been great with you. Let me go ahead and drop down. I'll be back on later. You guys take care. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Make sure you follow us on our social media handles. Everything is the blank spot. We do have another one that is TBS Customs. TBS Customs. That's our customs TikTok shop. And that's the same thing. TBS Customs shop is our, oh yeah, we in there. And we also have a say good luck with the sawgrass.
I saw that.
And we're on TBS Customs TikTok shop. You can find our website there as well. We got some finished items there. Appreciate everybody for coming on. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all decided to see what we had going on. I will see everybody at the top because there are too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace. Thanks again, Mama Still.